I want to talk about the Bering Optics Super Hogster LRF that I've been using for the last few weeks. It's got a 1,000-yard laser rangefinder on it. It's a 3:4 resolution, 3.5x native magnification thermal weapon sight. Runs at 50 Hz, 12 micron, and has a net TD MK of less than 35. And on the front is also the coaster that I use to help with the objective focus. Everything runs with just 4 buttons from the top, including the power nuke button, which is the first button at the top. Then you have the menu button, which will get you into your upper and lower menu systems and also make some selections. You can zoom in and you can zoom out, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And of course you can do the long press and short press if you want to do video or photographs. Now Bering has gone with an all-metal body. This is for thermal stability. The body does not flex nearly as much as some of the polymer bodies will, and it also dissipates heat a little bit better than some of the polymer bodies will. Now the battery compartment runs on 4 AA batteries. You can use alkaline, NiCad, nickel metal hydrate, or lithium ion batteries. And the nice thing about using AA batteries is that you can get them absolutely anywhere. So if you forget your batteries in the middle of the night, the Quickie Mart on the corner of the middle of nowhere will have batteries for you. And the really nice thing about the screw-on battery door is that it will not be popping open on you during recoil. It was at this point that I hope to be talking about the Mambly tripod and ball mount that I'm using. This has worked out really well for me. I was working on getting the video for it. I went to change hands to demonstrate some more of the functions. Got my finger in the way, and that's the rest of the video. This will have to be saved for later. In the meantime, brief hello to my wife, and Ben and I are off to hunt Carpe Sus. We're actually on the second property of the night. I'm getting video from outside the gate. Ben's getting video from just inside the gate of some hogs that we have there in the distance. The wind is not going to be a problem for us. We just need to make our advance on the hogs without spooking them. And here we're partway through the stalk. We're both getting images of different parts of the same sounder. And at this point we're just getting an idea for the personality of the sounder, and also making the decision that we definitely need to move up some more. So when we first arrived, all the hogs were around the tank, and as we were getting our gear together, the hogs started moving out into the middle of the field. Then Ben and I came onto the property, and we've got set up here to shoot. As the hogs are in front of us at about 60 yards when we first opened up shooting, and a little bit later ended up taking several shots at some hogs out here at about 350 yards. And here is Ben's gear for the night. He's going to be shooting with a Bering Optics Super Yoter 640 resolution thermal weapon sight, and it's going to be on a 6.5 Grendel, but a bolt-action Ruger American ranch rifle. I think they're going to run right. As usual, I'm shooting a 6.5 Grendel with the same ammunition that Ben is shooting this evening. Do you have one picked out? Yes. Are you ready? I asked Ben if he was ready a couple times because I did not have my muffs turned on, and I did not hear his initial response.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
That's 3 hogs shot, 2 hogs definitely down so far.
Oh, look at him go.
Those were some wishful thinking on my part, and I'm just not converting with the right lead and holdover for the distance.
Nope.
At this point we think we're done. We shut down the rifles. Ben is scanning with his hand scanner, and he points out there's some more hogs running.
Yeah, I just don't have any.
I was too slow for the first group, but I pick up on the second ones. Watch the trailing hog. So I'm ranging my shot, so I'm going to connect here.
Dang.
The hog flinches, and I don't realize it's hit, but it fades away.
Alright, well that's enough of that.
It's going to circle around and collapse pretty close to right where I was shooting. All of my lighting needs for this hunt are going to be taken care of by my Army Tech Wizard C2 Pro Max long range. And the first hog of the night was a 140-pound sow, and it's the large hog of the night, and that was Ben's. My first hog produced this blood trail that Ben found, and we were able to follow it to my hog that was 105-pound gilt. And then the last hog of the opening set was this 20-pound gilt that was shot at 110 yards.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
And of course this is the typical gear and trophy photograph. Thanks to Ben's diligence, we were able to find this male shote that weighed about 25 pounds. It was shot at about 350 yards. It was the long shot of the night. Moving on to the next property, Ben spied hogs next to the house. The landowner has all of our lights on around her house because hogs have been coming up around the house, and as we're driving by, we can see the hogs out in the pasture. Ben tells me to pull over. I hit the brake lights, start to pull over, and the hogs take off running. I dip into a trailer gate area where we have set up. We get out of the truck, and I tell them we don't have time for the sticks. We'll just rest on the fence. So we've run up to the fence, and here we go.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Because we are resting on the same fence, when I shoot, it disturbs Ben's sight picture, and when Ben shoots, it disturbs my sight picture.
Good hit. Got multiples down. Still got one moving to the left.
Where are you looking?
Left.
Oh. He's gone.
Safe.
Well, I'd stowed my rifle, did one final scan of the field, saw one of the hogs that stood up, grabbed my rifle, and dropped it for a final time. After we drove around and searched the field, could only find 3 hogs, the largest being a 115-pound boar, the 2 others being little shotes that were anatomically destroyed ballistically, and so we were not able to determine the sex. Figured the rest of the hogs made it to the creek, which was just behind where we were shooting.
Dang it.
Carpe sus, my friends.